Hey everyone, if you've clicked this video, then you know that I'm going to be talking about advice I would give to a freshman starting in computer science. I'm a junior now, and looking back, there are a lot of things I wish I had done differently. So, if I could go back and sit down with freshman me for 5 minutes, here's what I would say. Number one, don't treat college like high school. If you did well in high school, you might fall into the trap I did. I thought I could just coast, and I crammed for tests, barely reviewed my notes, and still got A's in high school. But in college, that does not fly. See, the thing is that the content moves a lot faster, and no one is going to chase you down to make sure you understand the material. No one's going to chase you down to make sure you submitted your assignment at 11:59. You literally have to show up for yourself. And you can't wait until the night before the exam to expect to pull it off. Some people do that, but don't do that. And if you didn't do well in high school, then this is your chance to reset. This is a new start, new beginning. Don't bring bad habits into a clean slate. Build new habits, build new study habits, better study habits. Figure out what works for you, what form of learning works for you. And it might take, a couple of classes, a couple of weeks to kind of learn that. It might even take a couple of semesters, but it's really important to, figure out what study techniques work for you. And, you can use YouTube, AI, these sort of things can help you learn, what works for you and the different techniques that are out there. Number two, find a passion within computer science. Find something that you actually enjoy and not just something you think sounds impressive or something that's going to make you a bunch of money. I would say find something that excites you, even just a little, because here's the hard truth in reality that I guess not a lot of CS majors tell people is that, your classes are eventually going to get super hard, theoretical, complicated, and you might hit a wall eventually. But if you don't have something in an area of computer science that keeps you curious, that keeps you motivated, it's going to be really hard to keep on going. You'll if you don't have that sort of thing, you'll end up being the senior with no experience, kind of puzzled and asking what's the next step. So find your passion, and it might be game development, it might be robotics. For me, it's tinkering with microcontrollers and processors like Arduino and Raspberry Pis. And that's just because that's something I've done since I was a lot younger. So it might be web development, making chatbots, something, anything. So just try stuff, and when something sticks, double down on it and keep on using it to kind of escape the theory of computer science. Number three, join a fellowship or support group. Another thing I wish I had known earlier was to look for fellowships or student groups, specifically ones in technology, or especially ones where people look like you or share your background. And these groups are going to be super helpful in motivating you to be successful in CS. So whether it's ColorStack or CodePath, personally I'm in both of them. And for the two of them, I actually didn't join until after my freshman fall semester. But once I did, I saw people like me, people I could relate to, doing incredible things in the tech space, working at crazy, huge FANG, Fortune 500 companies. So whether it's ColorStack or Nesby or Ship or anything else, find that community. And to be honest, if you can't find one, be the one to start it. Number four, join a tech club and show up consistently. While we're kind of on that subject, get involved in a tech club on campus and I'm telling you, this will be one of the most important things that you'll do in your college career, because it's not just for a resume boost, but that's actually where you meet people, that's where you network, that's where you find opportunities, and that's where you actually grow. I'm a part of a club at my school called the App Development Club, and essentially we make applications for Fortune 500 companies, and in return, these organizations, they give us internships as well as referrals for our services as well. So I would say, find a club that you seem passionate about, their mission matches yours as well, and show up consistently. Don't be the person who only pops in when there's free food or some sort of networking event. Invest in it, volunteer, collaborate, show up. That's how you build real relationships that last longer than a semester. And of course, again, if your school doesn't have a club that fits you, that fits what you want to pursue, start one. Seriously, you don't have to wait for permission to build a community. Number 5, apply what you learn early. One of the biggest mistakes I made was waiting too long to use what I was learning. See, the moment that you learn arrays, pointers, hash maps, literally go practice them. Sites like LeetCode, HackerRank, and Codeforces, they exist for a reason. And just know that the things that you learn in these classes, say it's your data structures and algorithms class or your computer systems class, they're going to come up during interviews for whatever roles that you're applying to. So if you are only going based off of, the school projects or the exams to help you with your interviews, it's not really going to work out. So definitely actually put in the work, practice, make things on your own. Whether in your systems or your networking classes, try to build small tools that actually relate to the content. And even these type of things you can put on your resume. Also, you can put your school projects on your resume as well. And these sort of projects, they don't have to be perfect. You're not necessarily trying to launch the next Google or Meta. You can, but you're essentially trying to learn. Number 6, build anything. This is the last tip that I would give myself if I was a freshman starting in computer science once again. Build things. You see, everything that you need to be successful in computer science is not taught in class, and it's definitely not taught early enough. So what can we do? We have to learn by building. Go to a hackathon. Build something that solves a real world problem. Build something dumb just because you think it's funny. Build anything. The best students I know aren't the ones with the perfect GPA. They're the ones who took what they learned and used it. So build that portfolio, build your experience, and build confidence, because that's what will set you apart. And these recruiters, they like to see that as well, but it's mainly for self-development. So yeah, freshman me didn't have too much idea about any of this, but if you're listening now and you're a freshman, sophomore, even a junior or a senior, get after it early, stay curious, and surround yourself with good people, and keep on building. If you took anything from this video, make sure you send it to a friend who might be cooked.